in a firm of architects. There's about 50 of us, and we're based in Norwich and London. We work across multiple sectors, primarily health at the moment, but we do lots of education, office, residential, high-end residential, and master planning. Well, we just wanted to do things better. We wanted to run our business more effectively. We wanted to respond to the challenges that the economic environment was creating. So we wanted to get to better information to our decision makers as quickly as possible, so that they can make quality decisions. We wanted to take out rekeying, the lack of connection between our disparate systems was causing us an issue. So we wanted to pull them together under one umbrella to achieve that. I think Workspace sits almost on its own. There are some smaller competitors that don't quite do what we want, and there are some larger competitors that are incredibly expensive. And I think that Workspace, because of there's no need to introduce ledgers, which make implementations both expensive and time-consuming. The way it talks to Sage, which is kind of most people's ledger system of choice, Workspace is both cost-effective and function-rich. The fact that it's continually developed using input from construction professionals means that we've actually got a platform that's relatively future-proofed. Well, for a start, spreadsheets don't have an audit trail, which makes them very difficult. They're also incredibly customizable, which means that you might have somebody that's incredibly experienced at designing the most complex spreadsheet, but if they were to leave the business, you've lost that kind of intellectual property. You've lost your ability to run that part of the business as effectively as you once were. Well, the decision-making process, it was primarily me, but of course I involved the partners and put together a steering procurement group made up of different functions within the business to assess the pieces of software that were on offer, to come up with the piece of software that responded to the individual's needs, and in every instance Workspace was that piece of software. In terms of justifying it to the business, it was quite simple for us that our payback period was 3 years, and after that 3-year period it started to earn us money, because we were no longer required to buy the subscription software that we were using for timesheets, holidays, CRM, etc., etc. And so really, without doing some detailed return on investment calculations, it was a no-brainer. It kind of sorted itself out before you started to take account of all of the added value and the efficiencies that the software brought. The key benefits, well, within the accounting environment, we are spending much less time creating, distributing and approving and sending out invoices. Also the expense process is very, very slick and fully integrated with Sage and our banking software too. The real win for us is giving the information, the outturn, project outturn, which is live, bringing in what's been booked to a project and what's been forecast or resourced to be spent on the project going forwards. What the project outturn is going to be on a day-by-day basis. So the decision makers have the information that they need to make quality decisions, so that we're able to operate in this low-margin environment. Units are a pleasure actually to work with. Their support is better than any other IT support I've ever experienced. The way that they're responsive. Part of that is the culture of the organisation is one to work with the people they've sold software to, rather than get software and sell it on and forget about them. So the culture of the organisation is great, but also the software is relatively simple but modular, and so actually it's easy for them to respond to your needs. So altogether, it's a fantastic. It's been a fantastic experience, and of course, the golf day is second to none. Actually, try and set yourself a brief from the start. Have a look at kind of what you might want to get, what objectives you want a piece of software to meet. What does your business need? So don't just buy a piece of software and try and fit the software, but actually look at what your business needs, and then try and find a piece of software that meets those business needs. But actually keep revising your brief, because as you see things that might add value, you reassess what you need. And as we went through the process, our objectives grew and grew as a result of the software that we saw. And so now we've got a much more valuable installation than we otherwise would have had.